Check 1, 2. Yo, yo, yo. What is up, everybody? Let me turn down the volume, the music a little bit. Let me also adjust this. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Let me make this little monkey a little smaller. Happy Big Friday night, everybody. Hope everyone's well. Hope you're happy and well. Let me make sure this doesn't loop after the last play. Oh man, happy Big Friday! Happy Big Friday. I'll just leave DK there. Once this track finishes, how much longer? No, I'll just pause it. There we go. Welcome to the stream, everybody. So today, I'm also a bit exhausted. Just got back from the Pepe and the DKs. Just got back from the grocery store with Priya. What was I going to say? All day, I worked on the Donkey Kong musical. It's pretty much a musical now, but it's not all musical. But now I have 4 entire songs for my upcoming Donkey Kong movie. I will admit, I've never worked on anything so hard in my life, especially a creative thing. I've done hundreds and hundreds and thousands of projects, actually, thousands of videos. This is I'm telling you guys, it honestly, like, it's, I wish I were joking, but I'm putting everything into it, and in a lot of ways, like, a part of me is like, I know, like, I gave my absolute best. And it is amazing. That's the thing is, it's amazing. I know it's amazing. Priya knows it's amazing. We were even, like, listening to all the finalized tracks, and it's so good. But I wanted to do well. The best way to support it, yeah, I was working all day. Actually, it's kind of funny. I'm trying to not get emotional about it. But in a lot of ways, it matters to me a lot because I just want to show that, just show my talent and just show what I'm capable of, and that I can create something great that can stand the test of time. And I'm doing it for, like, my legacy, actually. But the way I know I gave everything I got is I have nothing left to give. These 4 songs are just so damn good. They're so damn good. What was I gonna say? What's even funny is, yeah, we're good. I'm kind of, I feel good. Happy Big Friday. Happy Big Friday. I was going to say, I might even start with Valorant. I feel like just kind of goofing around. Even though, like, we'll probably get into some Donkey Kong in a bit. But I don't really feel like doing anything too stressful. And, like, for what I'm going for, it's going to happen, And I already can put up 100,000, like, whenever I want, pretty much. So, and I was studying off stream last night. The parts that I get kind of stuck on sometimes in Donkey Kong, I have it all figured out. It's just a matter of having the energy to do it. And I've been putting everything into this movie I'm making. And yeah. It is. Honestly, the thing too is, like, someone watching right now could be like, damn. I'm legitimately so exhausted that, yeah, I have nothing else to say with that. And it's even like, I already know, everyone knows I'm talented. I've kind of demonstrated it every day for like 5 years now, and I only get better. That's the thing too, is like a year ago, I keep outdoing myself, but this kind of stuff, it matters. It matters if you're an artist or a creator, because the truth too is, like, I just want success, and I have success. The thing too is, 1 million views is the real deal. And I know even as a basketball player, I bet you I haven't even touched my possibilities in basketball. I only grow as a basketball player and I only get better over time. And I even have bigger visions for that, believe it or not. That could surprise everybody. I mean, it wouldn't surprise everybody, but after this Donkey Kong project, I'm going to be doing basketball every day this summer and spring and fall. But maybe I'll make a basketball movie or something. But I might incorporate basketball into the Donkey Kong movie. I don't need to explain that, but for one of the characters in the film, yep. No point in talking about that. I'm just gonna do all of that. And it's gonna be all month I'm working on it because my goal is I'm thinking probably for Easter. I don't even know when Easter is. It's gonna be probably early next month. And it's even funny because I have everything I need to film it, and the whole soundtrack is done, which is actually the hardest part. But there's gonna be technically four music videos at the moment in the film. So you guys know how I am. I probably will do a music video a day when I think about it, and just take my time. Who knows? I might be able to squeeze in more than that. Knowing how I work, I'm pretty quick, but I might even like just film whatever I can that day. I pretty much work until exhaustion every day. But then today it's almost like if you're working on something, there's a point where it's like, okay, like, even after, I know I could keep writing music and this and that, but I felt like there was a song missing. So I wanted it to like thematically just fill out the whole thing. It's also different genres that I kind of hit on and different angles of what I'm going for. Or another way to put it, it's like I give all the different flavors. I'm giving like all the different flavors. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be great, and it's like yeah. That's all I have to say about that. It's just, but I'm giving everything I got. Giving everything I got. Sometimes too, even like when I was like listening to it today, and like now I listen to the songs. The songs are catchy as heck. I would listen to them just because they're so good. But also, I like choreograph things. Like in my mind, I'm like, how would this? I like every little bit. I wish you guys even knew like every little bit. I like visualize. I'm like, what looks the coolest? What would be the coolest looking as an outsider and viewing it? And like honestly, the one choreography that I'm writing for the one song is just like. I honestly think it's gonna get me. I think, like, legitimately, I feel like on YouTube, I'm gonna get like YouTube famous because I see this thing being something that people show their friends and family and are like, "Damn, like, who's this guy? Who's this honky?" It's kind of like it's a masterpiece. It's a work of art. But I went into it thinking big, and I'm trying to, because the truth is, like I say, I'm monetized. I'll keep making money playing basketball and playing games. I even thought today it's kind of funny, like this summer, I may go through like a ranked League of Legends arc too or something. Of just like going on runs every day, weightlifting. Actually, I think I'm gonna do a little weightlifting right now. Um, I was thinking that today too, because like I'm definitely this summer. I'm going after it this summer, which is it's no different. Same thing I do every summer, but now I'm like very focused and I have so many things going for me. But ironically, like it'll just be good to be able to like I actually am looking forward to like focusing on basketball and everything. I mean, everything to me is like competitive and striving and working hard. But I like the idea of just like I don't know. It's just I'm looking forward to the winter to being over. Basketball. Oh, it's gonna be great. Just stretching. Because the thing too is I'm really stiff. I lift all the time too. I've been working a lot. Sometimes just holding the weights in different ways. Oh, feels good. But I was gonna say too, whether you guys realize it or not, where I lately I work all day on whether it's well I'm not working on the video games until after the Donkey Kong mockumentary is done. Um, but then I'm gonna also get back to make game development. That's gonna be a thing, and I'm gonna work that out. That gonna commission Rick by the hour to help me with Battle of the Roses. It's like literally, it's like kind of like yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun actually. Who knows? I could even. I plan to by the end of summer. I plan to have Battle of the Roses playable and good to go. But I'll focus on that next month. Next month. But I was gonna say like another thing about greatness. In order to be able to get as good as I am at Jinx, the Bronze Jinx God, at Valorant. I mean every there's. I don't limit myself to anything in life. I do all the games. I do all the sports. Um, but you have to train and you have to work even when you don't feel like it sometimes. And you do need to take breaks and take time off, but when you're going for world records or you're going for greatness, it's about showing up, showing out. And who knows, after a workout, after a stream, when you get the ball rolling, you could end up feeling better before you know it. But today was one of those days where I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I just did the stream starting soon, pack the lobby, and then I'm like, just sign off. I almost did that. I almost did that today. That'd be like funny, but all right, here we go. Gotta keep USA on top. Gotta make America great again. One stream at a time. One stream at a time. Hey, Leguana. Oh, I can give you tips, Leguana. Leguana, hang tight. I'll give you some tips. Let me finish my exercise. Huge 40K, really? Nice job, Leguana. That's my Jinx poster, by the way. Some of the best Jinx in the world. I'll give you a quick tutorial on Donkey Kong, Leguana. And congrats on, that's a big score, congrats. Anything in Donkey Kong is good. If you can get past the first screen in Donkey Kong, it's good. Alright, let me find, it's Donkey Kong Arcade. It's called the Rivet level. Yeah, Rivet. Or no, yeah, it was a second. Yes. Hang tight. Let me get rid of these. All right, Leguana, are you still there? Hopefully you are. Regardless, I'll just send you back to the VOD or whatever. Here, and I'll get a butterball. Get a butterball. I need something that I can demonstrate the... just give me 1 second. Perfect. Hopefully this works. That would be great. It worked. All right, Leguana. Why did that flip? I love it. Do you think there would be Smash Bros. Tonight? I saw I missed last night. Yeah, I could probably do some. I won some Smash. I'm not the best. I'm new to it. Well, I mean, by new to it, yes and no. I'm kind of a noob because like I did a tournament before and I used to be good, but I just Smash is a game that you need to get reps in. But I'm decent. But of all the games I play, it's probably my most noobish. All right, so hopefully you can see everything. Now the monkey's Mario. Oh, and also wait, that picture's actually not. It doesn't include everything. So hold up. I'm kind of a perfectionist, so here, this one's a little better. I think it sure is. All right. Here we go. And then I need the monkey to be over top. Okay. So Mario starts here where Bluey is. Don't go for the purse. Go left. And there's something I want to explain before I get into the explanation of this. Fire turkeys will spawn onto the map the opposite side of Mario. So if Mario is on the left side of the map, fire turkey will spawn on the right side. Mario's on the right side, fire turkey spawns on the left side. So part of your positioning has to do with where fire turkeys spawn and ideal hammer placement or timing, hammer timing. So you start here. Don't go for the bonus points. They're not worth it. And they're only worth it if you have to run from fire turkeys clearing the second half. You go left. Bluey climbs up. You go right, and you can walk over or hop over. But once that gap is there, jump over, go back, go up. Do not grab the hammer. Do not go for the rivet. Go up again. Cross. Bluey goes up. Bluey crosses. Grab those points. Sometimes this one glitches a little bit. Make sure you get these points. They're important. Go down. Go left, down. Now, at this point, you want to see what type of fire turkey action you got. Ideally, you want a bunch of fire turkeys in like this, walking towards this middle girder. And you can also, in the arcade version, if you jump off into the abyss, you will actually automatically, it'll like bounce off and you'll grab the hammer. The only disadvantage to this, as Steve Wiebe points out, is that if the fire turkey's too close, sometimes you'll bounce back into the fire turkey. But in most cases, you can jump, or you have to go a little bit off the girder and just jump straight up and then go for the fire turkeys. But you usually want to time that. You want to stand here until you have like at least one fire turkey sort of coming from you. But in most cases, there'll be a few. Get as many as you can and cross. Get them, get them, get them. Go here. You're usually going to end at about here. And in the arcade version, you do not, with the hammer, want to stand under turkeys on the ladder because most of the time the turkeys will walk through and get Mario. So at this point, you've cleared everything on the left side and this rivet. What I like to do is, if you're able to, it's based on where the fire turkeys are. If you can, go down. Grab that bonus point. Go left. Get that rivet. See where the fire turkeys are because you're going to figure out, whatever way you got to get back up. But then the ultimate goal is you want to get up. Let's say this time I go up this way and it's clear to go over here again, go up, clear this rivet, and then, and based by the fire turkeys, but you want to go up because like you may need to get the hammer and take care of some fire turkeys. Go back, go up here. Then you want to, for the arcade version, if you're like, you want to stand on like the left side, but I notice if you're like right in between, but like the more to the left, the better. But if you're on the right side, you jump up and mid-air or top of the jump, press right on the directional pad, go down, jump right, jump right, jump right. And that's called point pressing. So you point press till you can, and until a fire turkey starts coming up to get you, you judge the situation. Usually I just jump and go for it. And there was something else I wanted to share. I think that's pretty much the gist of the fire turkey level. Don't walk into Donkey Kong Mario dies if you do that. And that's pretty much it. That's actually pretty much it. I hope that helps. If you follow back this VOD, I promise you, because there's certain Donkey Kong strategies that you get to a point where you realize there's like optimal way to do things, despite hesitations you may have. But I've learned that is the ideal way because I've tried all different ways and I've listened to what Steve Wiebe says, what Billy Mitchell says, and I met that pro gamer guy at the arcade that I had the Kong off with. And there was something he taught me on the first level that I kind of, my ego resisted at first. I'm like, what does this guy know? I'm cooking this guy. What does he know? But I actually, when he was saying, don't go for those points, and he didn't explain why, but it dawned on me later on that, like, for instance, because you're like, I was like, why wouldn't I grab that? Like, why wouldn't I grab those free points? And then when I meditated on it, I'm like, oh, he didn't explain why, but it's because it can, fire turkeys that are spawning in, just going for those points, two fire turkeys could spawn on the left side of the map. And then that's ruining your clear. That's ruining it totally. It's not worth it. It's more worth it to do it optimally, point press, because for point press, I broke down the math. So the bonus starts at 5,000 points, and if you go past 0, the level ends. It's a game over anyway, or you lose a life. You can point press double the amount of points that you would get on a time bonus. So the point press is one of the more important things, or getting not full clears with the hammer on turkeys, but even getting a turkey or multiple turkeys is ideal, because that's some big points too. Same with the Pie Factory level. I usually encourage on the arcade version, getting to the top as quick as possible, but once you start getting some mastery of the game, then go for point press stuff of like, oh, I could get all these barrels or double jump barrels, or, getting into advanced stuff. But as the game progresses, getting to the top and getting that bonus, it chunks on, because sometimes you're getting like, I don't know the exact math with this, but it's like you'll get like 6,000 a clear, 8,000 a clear, 10,000 a clear, so it's like, it's good. But you always want to gauge it, because as soon as those turkeys are coming for you, the more time you're wasting, it's just better to close it out and move on to the next map. And in general, on the Pie Factory level, I just say clear that one as quick as possible. See which side looks clear, get up there and just clear the level. And same with the first level, the barrel level. Just get up. And then, yeah, jump the barrels and all this. But the more you play around, there's a lot of RNG in Donkey Kong. It's a very difficult game. Clear the level. And then that's pretty much that. Okay. I didn't understand how you were doing the point jumping thing. That helps a lot. There you go. You're welcome. And I've been debating in the mockumentary I'm doing. I was debating I could do like a separate video like this, doing like Donkey Kong 101 of like really breaking down the game. And there's even on the spring level, which is called the elevators level. I have that level down now, but then it's a matter of, like Tom Brady says, being able to execute under pressure. And I've shown I can do that. But you need to, I had to adapt my strategy, because, for instance, even when you're looking at the springs, if you focus on a different part, I've learned better. I can get into the spring level too. Let me clip this real quick. Let me get a picture of the Donkey Kong. I want to share, because this is actually where I'm always getting better at every level, because every level is part of the game in Donkey Kong. Let's get into this. But it will get a point, because the thing is, I used to be an English tutor for like 6 years in college, so I can teach. You know what I mean? Like, I have 2 degrees. So this is the elevator level, which I would even go as far to say they're all hard. All the levels are hard, but this one I think is one of the most challenging levels because even Steve Wiebe says this, that the average Donkey Kong player never gets past the 3rd elevators level. Because it's pro. This is pro gaming stuff. Why would I be playing? Why would I be so obsessed with Donkey Kong? It means it's a good game. If I play a game, it means it's a good game. Um, Bluey, I need your help again. Thank you, my little monkey. Okay, Bluey's here. There's many different ways you can go about this, but this also kind of gets deep too. Because early on, you can jump on an elevator thing, go up, get these points, see where the fire turkey's coming down, go on the opposite one, go up. But as elevator levels get harder, I don't recommend going the bottom path. So that's another thing too, where you need to, like, sometimes you get comfortable going a certain route, but then I remember one time I lost two Mario's in a row because I was comfortable doing that the first two clears, and then by the third elevator's not the way. So lately you'll notice sometimes I usually go up the ladders. This is a preference, but up ladders, grab these points. Usually the fire turkey's making it up to the top. When the fire turkey is up to the top, start acting like you're going down, or actually start going down, and it's baiting the turkey into going down too. The moment you see the turkey going down, now this is a very nuanced thing. It's very important. Do not stand too close to the ledge, because you can actually bump into this and die and fall down, or like you just die right there or fall down. You want to be a little bit back, jump, time that, jump again. And as it gets harder, the elevator speed is faster. And then usually fire turkey's coming back up, time it, and then not too close to the ledge. Jump, boom. When you get down to just above parallel to this girder, you want to walk off. But it's even like you can't just jump and have it be all perfect. You actually have to like walk off a bit. You have to jump where it feels like a little bit of a leap of faith to make the Steve Wiebe jump. So down, jump, boom, land, up, over, jump, up. You can stand about here. And here's where I need to get I'll get another Bluey. Bluey, we need another one of you. Thanks. So the springs, this is a very important thing. Now, I'm giving you the hundreds of hours, or, however many amount of hours I've already put in, tons of hours, it doesn't matter how many. I have the advanced strategy for this, because before I used to look for it to bounce either on top of this ladder or it bounces further off. It's either like, it's either like right on there or it bounces a little further, and that's how to gauge it. Now I use this gold platform that's under Donkey Kong to gauge it. So this is the pro gamer way that I'm working out. So when you're where Bluey is right now, right here, and you're waiting, the first thing, and on the first few clears, technically the first two elevator levels, just when a spring goes over you, doesn't matter which one, you can just run for it, go up, and do dum 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 do. But the pro gamer way is, okay, there's two ways, there's two things you have to memorize here. The one that does not land perfectly on the golden thing is the one you're going to at first see as a cue that, this one, when this one is getting over Mario, this Bluey runs for it here. Then when you find that like sweet spot right underneath there, then you're waiting for the one that lands clearly on the gold thing. Boom, boom. When that one's over, as soon as it's over you, this Bluey is going boom, boom, doo-doo-doom, doo-doo-doom. So I'll even explain that again real quick, because it is a lot. And I had to watch Steve Wiebe in slow motion on YouTube the past week to really get this down to a science. And you have to get comfortable with where it's safe to stand, because, literally this picture actually perfectly shows it's right to the left of where the spring is right now. Right there. It's like right there. I can't even get it quite exact, but when you're here, you get up, you get here, you're good. When the spring goes to a far shot off of the gold platform thing, then you know that's my spring. Ba-boom, 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 bluey run. Then we're waiting for do 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 do. That's your cue. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Bluey go up over do do doom do do doom dum 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 dum. So hopefully that made some sense. But that is, if you can, that's it. That is the strategy for the, and then it's a matter of being able to do it under the pressure as the elevator levels progress in difficulty. It's just like and it's very easy to get tricked up there. But well, the thing, Leguana, it gets harder once you start getting past 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. I'd say this game starts to get really challenging around 80,000, 90,000, 100,000. Because think about this, it's a war of attrition. It's testing your focus, your patience, and sometimes, yeah, you can kind of like a fire turkey could have thrown you off on the past level, or it's just, it all comes with it. But I used to think too, there was a point where I thought different levels were the easiest. I thought the rivet level was the easiest. And now I'm like, oh, fire turkeys get really smart as it progresses. And the elevator level, it's just sometimes it can just come at you. But now that I have, this is the strategy. And then it's a matter of when you even get good at that, there's point press things you can do too. I'll teach you one point press. With blue, when you get up here, the spring falls down through here. But if you can time to get this point, watch out for the fire turkey. There's actually an exploit right here where you can jump, press right. Or actually, I think just jumping here, I don't do this, but just jumping here, it counts as a jump over the fire turkey. Wait, you got 56K? Nice. Wow, that's really good. But that's good. If you think the elevator levels are the easiest, that's a good sign. Keep playing then. I still wasn't able to get the jump point thingy on the last level. That's good though, because that's a good sign. You're gonna have great potential in Donkey Kong, because the elevator level it ends up becoming, I think, one of the hardest ones. But when you get it down, it can become the easiest. Even Steve Wiebe, well, in the King of Kong documentary, which I highly urge everybody to watch because I think it's like one of the best movies. It's in my top 5 favorite movies of all time, and Indie Game the movie. But yeah, there's a point press here that right now don't even worry about, but keep it in the back of your mind that you can jump up here and get a point press on the fire turkey, but it's only while the fire turkey is up there, and as soon as it goes down the ladder, you go back to clearing the stage. I died on the elevator low because I just did a stupid thing. And trust me, the other day I had 125,000 run. And I was doing so good. I was like, oh, I felt like another 100,000 coming. And I literally sometimes, like, your hands get sweaty. I did the Steve Wiebe jump. And then it's just like a mechanical thing. Like, I was trying to press right, then up. And for some reason, like, sometimes your hand just slips or whatever. And I thought I was going up. And instead, I just, like, walked off the side. So it's, it's just one of those things. Like, the Steve Wiebe jump, too, is pixel perfect. And, yeah, but, it's all skill. There is RNG in Donkey Kong, but it's all skill. While we're doing this, too, here, thank you, Bluey Assistance. Let me also, I'm going to get, while we're doing this 101, while we're doing Donkey Kong 101, first level, I'll show you my first level strat. And then did I do all the levels? I think I did all the levels after this. Yeah. Right? Did I miss? Oh, the Pie Factory. Let me get Pie Factory too. heck is that's like a okay. All right, got Pie Factory. All right, we'll do Pie Factory in a second too. So barrel level, Mario starts here. There's a few point press things you can do. If the barrel comes straight down, you can stand to the right, jump straight up, get 100 points. Or when the fire turkey comes out, you can point press the fire turkey, but that's like Billy Mitchell, Steve Levy stuff. I just want to put it out there because it's an advanced technique. It's good to be aware of it. But you can point press a lot of things in the game, but the longer you stay on the lower levels in the barrel level, the dumber. The dumber it is. Because over time, Donkey Kong, and as it progresses, he throws a ton of barrels down. He throws them diagonally. He throws them straight down. He throws, they come in like back and forth. Crisscross applesauce. But what I like to do is, if the barrel comes diagonal, you run, you jump, and that'll perfectly time it that you'll be the right space to jump again and get a point press off it. Go straight up, skip that hammer. I skip that hammer. You can get it, but I skip it. Because the more time you spend down here, not a great idea. Then on the first level, I will just run straight up, and the first barrel, you should be able to jump over perfectly if you did everything correct. And I tend to stand. Let me think about this real quick. I tend to stand on the left side because if it goes down, I jump over it. I go straight up. And then at that point, you're gauging, you're responding to, you can walk towards the ladder to force the barrel to go down. And like I said, the AI becomes more malleable as the game goes on, but you're not able to control barrels as easily early on or at all. But as the game progresses, you can control barrels like crazy. But you can try to guide the barrel. But typically, I just try to find an opening here. But if you don't want a barrel to go down near you, stay still. But that doesn't guarantee it's not going to go down, but it decreases the likelihood. But you want to be aggressive. This is what the Mario champion taught me at the arcade. You want to be aggressive. And when you see an opening, you gotta a lot of times go for it if it seems pretty safe. And just there's a few different jump techniques too, because if the spacing looks bad between the barrels, you can kind of be like walking to the left, jumping to that's a way to do a real refined jump, like walking to the left, jump, and you kind of land in a pocket. But typically, jumping straight up is the safest jump to do to be able to time. Like I've jumped through many barrels in a row. But in general, you have to pick your point where if you have an opening, don't be scared of the turkeys and don't be scared of the barrels. You have to be master of your destiny in Donkey Kong. So jumping straight up is safer. But the moment I can, I'll run, and then I get right underneath the hammer, and I wait for one when it's about to go be right next to me. I jump straight up, get it. You can also jump and go to the right, or right and jump at the same time. But that's if you want to aggressively push forward that way. Sometimes that can be good because you don't want to be hanging out underneath Donkey Kong too much. But as soon as you get the hammer, standing right underneath him is actually the best idea because if he drops one right down you, I always get it with the hammer. It's so rare that you don't. But you want to like stand right there, wait for the barrel to go past. Then you want to stand right here and wait for the barrel to either go past or go down. Because if you're like awkwardly in between, that barrel's going to hit you and your hammer's not going to hit the barrel. So you want to like stand on the left to give enough room for in arcade, you do not want to stand underneath. And get that barrel standing here, get it. And then whenever you're about to hit a barrel too, don't be pressing in that direction. Stand still right before it. It's like walk. When you're about to go for it, stop. Let the barrel hit you. Walk. Stop. Let the hammer hit the barrel. You want to get to the right side of the ladder at this point. Then you're waiting for your moment, but once it you get an audio cue of when, and you get a visual cue too when the hammer is out of juice. So the moment you see it cross the ladder, Bluey goes up. And then at this point, you're either jumping straight up or jumping towards. and over the barrels, and you get so good that I'll tend to go dun, 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 and I'll land right underneath the ladder because I can kind of gauge, just like a basketball shot, how far a Mario jump is. But ideally, if you can do it where you right where you land it, you hold up, doop doop doop, dun 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 dun, and dun 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 dun. Dun. So that is how you do this level. Quick nuance thing I want to share too. I've been meaning to share this on stream, but I always don't. I can't share strategy too much when I'm in a run because I'm focusing on like getting a personal best. But on the last level, the rivet level, when you have the hammer and you run over a rivet, the audio cue will make you think that your hammer time length it's not invulnerability, but how long you have the hammer is reset, but the audio cue is incorrect. It's actually another challenge of Donkey Kong. When you hit a rivet with the hammer, disregard the audio cue and go off of like your intuition being like, oh, it's about to run out, or like just paying attention. But that's everything I have to share on that. Thank you for my TED Talk, Bluey. Thank you for being a great assistant. And was the last one, did we say Pie Factory? And let me see. Not gonna lie, I might just do the Switch version. Well, here's the thing too: is there's two Switch versions. There's the NES Switch version, which that's the one for me is easy now. I know I could get 200,000. I think I could put up huge scores in the NES one. But and also they just add the Game Boy one last night that has like a story mode that off stream. I was like, oh my god, this game actually has like a story mode, and it's awesome. You should try it. The Game Boy one is like awesome. It came out last night. I was like, Nintendo knows that Donkey Kong there, and I heard there's rumors that people that in the manufacturing warehouses that got Switch too early. I heard rumors that there is a new Donkey Kong game that's a sequel to Donkey Kong 64. And that's why they're like, yeah, but this is just speculation. But I did hear behind the scenes stuff about that. I would even be as excited or even more excited even over a new Zelda. I'm not even joking. Like new Zelda, I've always loved Zelda, but I legitimately a new Donkey Kong or new F-Zero or new Mario. Oh my god, they all have me excited. But I will admit, I'm like a Donkey Kong fan. Um, nice, Lagrana. I have not played Atari today. I haven't played Atari in a long time. That was the first system I actually played. So quick, the Pi level. Oh, but yeah, I was just gonna say there's an $8 arcade classics version that has the arcade version with the high score mode, international mode, later version. Then there's the free version of well, it's not free if you have Nintendo Online. There's the NES version, but they're all good. The thing too is what got me into the arcade version, being I'm a streamer, content creator, and I'm like going for high scores, and I wanted that people that follow retro gaming. I also noticed too when you do retro gaming things, I get 10 times the amount of views, which is great. But it's also I want that people go, oh, he's playing the hardest version, like, or they'd be like, oh, this guy is good at the NES version, but is he good at the arcade version? I just want to get that out, I play every version of Donkey. It's funny, I play every version of Donkey Kong, and I play all the Donkey Kong games, so. But I thought that too, that technically I like that I can play them all. Because if there was a Kong Moth where I even thought about doing that, hosting a Donkey Kong tournament that's like, oh, the NES tournament, arcade tournament, Switch tournament, like just any of the versions, they're all versions of Donkey Kong. So, all right. Bluey, I need your assistance again. You've been such a great volunteer. So Pi level. Pi level is actually one of the hardest ones, deceivingly, because you think, oh, it's real easy. No, it's not. Fire turkeys, first let me show you. Fire turkeys come out of here, but then they get aggressive and they'll come down real quick in the later levels. But what you want to do is, I tend to get the purse and I will look to see what side fire turkeys are walking towards. If there's like three fire turkeys walking over here, then I'll tend to go to the right side. If they tend to come to the right side, I'll tend to work my way around. And you want to, and if there's the thing that's good about the left side is you can maybe try to go for the right side. I know Steve Wiebe does it a lot, but even he'll adjust on the fly. There's RNG. You just have to adjust on the fly. But it can be really clutch if it's getting crowded up there to go to the left, get that hammer, and at least stand to the side of the ladder and clear fire turkeys. Then it's very important when you have an opening, when you go up, there could be pies can just come out from the side. They even take turns. Pies come out over here sometimes. Pies come out over here. They get cleared by this oil fire right here. And also on this girder or escalator, pies come out from the side. And at first, the logical say, oh, I'll get the hammer every time and clear all these pies. And pies can give you 300 or 500 or 800. It can be a great point press, but I usually recommend just clear the level because fire turkeys start to get really aggressive. They don't have breakfast all the time. And yeah, so they didn't eat cereal some mornings. So what I do is I'll get like the extra points. Uh, where there's a clearing, I'll go that direction, be aggressive. And even like, let's say the fire turkey, it's like starting to bounce over here. Sometimes you just gotta be aggressive, go up. The moment, even if the ladder is coming down, get up the ladder and just be holding up. You should not, you should just be holding up because you will directly the moment you can go up, and don't worry about Donkey Kong. He can only go up to there on both sides. He kind of just like scares you, but be more worried about the fire turkeys. Just go straight up. But it's easier said than done. But be aggressive, be smart, and later on, don't be afraid. You almost guaranteed on like the third pie factory level you'll usually get up, and if you're lucky, like because there'll just be pies showing up everywhere. And the escalator, the way you can a visual cue to know which direction the escalators are going in is Donkey Kong moves in the direction that the escalators are moving in. So a little trick there. I learned that from the Mario guy. But aggressively go up, and as it progresses, grab that hammer. And I just, even if you're on the escalators jumping, you do jump straight up. It's not going to make you jump to the side, but you can jump to the side. But it's not a great idea unless you're jumping over a pie or a fire turkey to jump in a direction. But to go up, jump straight up, get the hammer, point press pies, point press turkeys. Don't stand under ladders in the arcade version. Stand to the side, clear fire turkeys, pick a side, jump, pick a side, find a moment, get up, and just hold up and go for it. That's everything I have for the pie level. Clip it and ship it. And I just pretty much cleared every level of Donkey Kong. And I gave basic technique, I gave advanced technique, and that's more than you need to know to be successful at Donkey Kong. Anytime in the future, anytime I stream, I'm willing to even go over these concepts again. And yeah, and feel free to always ask questions. Feel free to share any tactics you may have, because there's never, this is the optimized way from all the years Donkey Kong's been come out. And I take from like Bruce Lee. I made my strategies from before even, I don't study any strategy. I just play the game and develop my own strategies. But then I study people better than me that have gotten scores of like 1 million or multiple hundreds of thousands. And that's how I currently have 136,000 is my high score for NES version, which I could definitely crush that NES score. The arcade version, I have 125,000, which we're definitely going to beat that score. And yeah, there's no limit. I mean, there is a limit because mathematically speaking, even if you can achieve a kill screen in Donkey Kong, it tends to happen at 150 or 850,000 to 1. completely optimized, like if it was like a computer completely doing everything perfect, they say that theoretically or whatever, it's like with the kill screen that has to happen, um, it's like 1.3 million, and that's like the current world record and stuff. So, am I good at the Atari 2600 version? To be honest, well, it's even, I spent a month getting good at the NES version. Now I'm a week into the arcade version, and pretty much I consider the arcade version my main version because that's like what I'd say the pro gamer. If you want the pro gamer cred, but there will come a point because the thing is, I'm gonna play the Game Boy version. I'm gonna play Donkey Kong Country 2 and beat that with Steve. So I'll even put it on my to-do list. But I've also, for those of you that don't know, I'm making a Donkey Kong mockumentary musical comedy movie, Atari 2600 version. So today, the last 2 days, I spent all day writing original music, the best music I've ever written in my life, and original lyrics, recording everything. And today I recorded the entire country song acoustically, digitally into the computer, finished all the rap lyrics, all the singing, everything's done. But then now I need to film all of the movie, and I'm going to take the next month to do it. So I've been doing that. I've been focusing on that because, as I say, I'm marketing and making this film as if it's the last like like big production thing I do. But it's because I want to be able to like look back, because then I can just like play basketball and have fun and stream and play video games and hustle, make my video games, all that stuff, and enjoy this summer going on runs and playing basketball every day. But just artistically, I feel like I want to like make my Picasso, make my Mona Lisa, and make it that like forever that I will have the monetized video of this movie, and I can just kind of like in a way retire, retire but not retire. You get what I'm saying? But it's like I'm going big on this one. I'm going big, and it's exceeded my expectations. But I'll let you guys be. You guys can review it yourself, and trust me, it's even beyond belief how good the songs are. It's been exciting me a lot because I'm like, wow, this is I would love to be able to like when this is all done, and for someone that had nothing to do with the creation of it, and I'm like excited for that moment when like Laguana or Noopy or Lewis or Rick or all the friends I've made on here, or like the community. I'm so excited for them. Like, I want it to be a movie that they tell their friends about, that they tell their family about, that they're like, oh, if you need to see this movie. Because I'm looking to bring good energy back to the Donkey Kong video game community, Donkey Kong community, pro gaming community, looking to bring laughter to the world and to inspire people. Because something I wanted to share too while I'm on this TED Talk. Like it I have like many goals for this stream career I've had and content creating career. Like I always love spreading the message of save soil and conscious planet. But I thought too, like it matters to me that someone from my community ends up being an even bigger streamer than me someday. And I actually have a good feeling that Laguana, like some Laguana is a great example of that. And there's also like what's cool is I feel like your vibe is your tribe. All the people in my community, the ones that stick around and subscribe and like all the videos and come in and say hi and support me and support the channel and everything, they're all epic people. Because I think greatness is contagious. And I think that, like, for a while, I'm trying not to get emotional or whatever. Let me also clip it and ship it for the DK video. I'm trying not to get emotional, but I was going to say, for a long time, I mean, since I played, I'm a championship, I won a championship on a softball team as a pitcher. I pitched for a long time. I played drums for a long time in bands and all county, all state band. uh, and for a long time, just greatness for me, or achieving personal best, or growing, or seeing what your potential is, it was like, you could even say, it's like, you could say in one regard, it's like a divinely selfish thing, because you're like, you want the excellence for yourself, and you want to be, you want all the good things that come with being a champion or being great at what you do. um it's, they refer to it as like a flow state, sports psychologists say and stuff. That's like the ideal state. You want to get in a flow state. But I was going to say, as I grow wiser, or as I mature as a person and as a content creator and a human being, I I do what I do to inspire the next great streamer, or the next. I know that someone from my community will go on to do bigger and better things than me. The Donkey Kong mockumentary is part of that, because it's also something too that all of this hard work and sacrifice that I'm doing, putting into this movie. Even today, I told Priya that after like recording songs for like 6 hours and being a perfectionist about it, just very meticulous of like redoing it till, and like, but for rap lyrics, I can just boom, boom, boom. But like for the production end of things, review, like refine. I just want it to be as good as it can be. But that is a big goal, is that I was thinking, I was like, imagine the joy that it'll bring the people that anytime they need a pick me up, or it could even be all this month, that when everyone is doing an amazing job, whether it's at school, in whatever facet, or college, or your job, or your passion, which hopefully is your job, your life. I want people to be inspired by what I do, but then it's also like a passing the torch, that people be like, I want them to think it's almost like a what would Jesus do type of thing. That in your life, like let's say, even for instance, I just love that idea of like, even with my basketball videos, I love the idea that someone could see my videos, and I guarantee it's already happened and is happening, but then they could go, wow, like this guy, he went from like not good to like, now I'm literally viral. I could just play basketball and I could call it a day. And it's honestly, I achieved success in so many regards. Um, but part of, you can always get better. You can always grow, and you can always learn more in life. I think a lot of life too is about, you make mistakes, you learn, and you refine. You just get better and better. And for things that you truly love or are passionate about, doing it should be the gift. Like being able to play basketball, or play a game, or talk on stream like a podcast. And I feel like I go against the grain of what a lot of society, and what, like, I think a lot of content, or a lot of content creators and a lot of streamers, it can become very like shallow, or like they're all trying to be like each other, or they're all trying to be like Mr. Beast or something. But I like to be kind of like the people's champ, where I show somebody that like there's been times in my life, like let's even say when you go through ups and downs in life, but like there was points in my life where I was out of shape. And how do you get out of that? Well, that can be a hard thing, but it can also be really simple. So, and then now I'm like very fit, and I learned, you start to what do you call it? It's like, you know what it is like, if you want to be a champion in life, if you want to get good like me at anything, and I guarantee you, here's the thing too, is I want to give you guys all power. Because, for instance, I'll speak for like Laguana. Laguana, that's why I believe in positive self-talk. So, and also, the proof is in the pudding, that Leguana is one of the best Mario Odyssey players in the world. And the thing is, you gotta believe that, or in like in a healthy way. You are the best version of yourself. And potential. Humans have limitless potential. And I very strongly believe in a positive mental attitude. And that being a champion is a mindset and it's a lifestyle. A lot of times we think, oh, it's when I get the million views, or it's, when I win the championship. But in order to be a Tom Brady, and like you can listen to Tom Brady talk about this, because this sounds kind of funny, but I actually, the people I can relate to the most and that I go to for counsel or inspiration on YouTube, like today actually when I was just kind of feeling so depleted and I'm like, God, I want this movie to do good so bad, but at the same time you have to be detached from things. But when I was watching Tom Brady in these interviews, and I know probably a lot of you out there are fans of sports and fans of football, just like me, that guess what? I'm going to give you guys like a little update on this. Here, I'll make myself a little bigger since we're like doing a TED Talk. That Tom Brady, nobody believed in him. Nobody believed in Tom Brady. When he was like at different levels in his football career, he was always the backup quarterback. And then it's really funny. I bet a lot of you don't know this story. You might have your own version of this where it's like, oh, after he was in the NFL and after this, then Tom Brady got in his stride. It was a long, meticulous journey. But here's the thing. There was this one coach that he had on one of the teams he played for, and you'll have to excuse me for the details, but it was pre-NFL, let's just say like collegiate level. He was the backup again. He's the backup quarterback. And because all his stats, you can look this up, all his stats for when, I forget what they call it, the corridor or whatever it is, where like the tryouts for NFL or where the scouts go and where they're he's this tall and he's this fast, and they do the sprints and all the drills where they're kind of like getting a baseline for their profitability, as sad as that is. That's how like a lot of society is. So all his stats, he's not particularly fast. There are 9 out of 10 quarterbacks in the NFL or whatever are snappier, or I don't want to say snappier, but they could throw faster, or like, and this and that. And he doesn't look particularly like big. He doesn't look like you at first. If you even look at like early footage of him, or that potential was always there, but nobody believed in him. Nobody, because they'd be like, oh, all these huge guys are going to be the best. All these big guys are going to be the best. And but it's like, don't judge a book by its cover, because this was a defining moment in Tom Brady's career where this one coach, Tom, was actually getting pretty frustrated with this. And like they were always like giving people a shot ahead of him. And they said that literally, like in college football, the coaches, they have it down to a science, like, oh, the first string quarterback, he's going to literally for this practice be throwing, let's just say like 30 passes, or, it's like 95% of the passes in the drills. And then situationally, because they want to practice that for actual game situations, that, oh, then you're going to put the second string in because let's say the first string got injured or whatever, or he's tired. Anyone that's done sports, like, you could just be tired or like not having a good day. You bench him, put in the second string. And this coach told Tom Brady, he said, because literally Tom had every practice, they gave him 2 plays. And this was kind of really irritating Tom, because he's like, how am I supposed to get better in the game, like in a League of Legends match, and you're only putting me in for 2 plays and the other quarterback is getting like 30 plays. And the one coach kind of like took him to the side and saw him getting frustrated, and he goes, "Tom, you want to know how not necessarily to get that spot, but you want to know how to get more plays." And Tom's like, "How?" And he goes, "Okay, don't like complain that you're only getting two passes. Make it that those two passes are so damn good that they have to give you more passes." Or it's like you're then you get to a point where you're throwing better than the other guy that day is just like off. And then you hit both your bombs or you hit both your plays and there's something that stands out about it. Legitimately this happened where one practice he started doing that, but because the pressure was so much, it's almost like, oh, you only get 2 runs at Donkey Kong, but then you're like, oh, I gotta make both of these runs count. So the moral of the story is and this is so funny because, like I said, I talk like this on my own, and then when I listen to other people that are not like sheep, that are actual like wolves or champions, or they'll say similar things. Where remember how I say this in my league matches, where I treat every moment, every second of a league match that I've ever done in the thousands of matches I've ever done, I treat it like it's the LCS finals. Nothing less. Nothing less. In losing situations, winning situations, any situation, I'm treating it like it's the Super Bowl. And ironically, Tom Brady said he learned to treat every play like it's the Super Bowl and then speed up, day after day, week after week, year after year, month after month, year after year. Then you build a Tom Brady. But Tom Brady was there the whole time. So part of it has to deal with positive self-image of yourself. And here's the thing too, is because anyone watching right now, I could kind of challenge you to this, because in what area in your life or in your mindset is there thoughts of like doubting yourself or not believing that you deserve better or you deserve to grow? Because I don't like to say better. It's not about being better than anybody else, and you don't want to look at people as, you can be competitive, but the thing is the competition should be with yourself. And that's another thing I think true champions realize is, no. In league, it's real easy. I know so many amazing players that they make the game even harder for themselves because no matter how good you are mechanically, if you let other people's play get in the way of you just muting them and focusing on your micro and macro, it's, you have to, in one way or another, you're going to learn, you have to focus on yourself. You have to get a little stronger, or you have to get a little tougher. And that's it. Ironically, but my whole point though is that these things are important, and it's important to also, I'll even kind of switch, this is related to Tom Brady as well. Another thing people may not know is that he said when he turned 30 or whatever, that he told his coach, he was like, I want to be playing active football until my 40s and beyond and whatever. And no, like literally, there's things that Mike Tyson has proved this, Tom Brady has proved this, and science always gets redefined every year. That also, at the end of the day, screw what everybody else thinks, and not everything is some monetized thing and some optimized thing. Do you love football? Do you love the sport you're playing? And also, personally, I think football's cool and all, but it's also a very like dangerous sport. I would more encourage people to play like basketball, or even soccer is pretty wild, But if once again, when I played football, I wide receiver and I quarterback. I like quarterbacking. Like I'm more like the accurate person that like I'm more meticulous. Let other people that want to run into each other play the other positions. But I'd rather be faster than somebody or, more skilled than somebody. But there's skill to all the stuff, even if you are just running into each other over and over. but yeah, but I think that really also it asks the question. Well, in my opinion, I already feel like I've come to, I don't want to say a conclusion, but I have my perspective and my feelings on this, that I feel in life you should I don't want to say only, but you should mainly be doing things you're passionate about, or something should be like, let's even say you're working some part-time job or even a full-time job or anything, even volunteering. Well, volunteering doesn't need a reason, but my point is you should be doing things that are going towards a passion. So for instance, for Laguana, the little bit that I know about people, and I care about and I listen to everybody just as intently as if it's my own life. So I think all of you are even more important than me. I don't, like I said, I don't want to get too emotional, but the more I grow as a person, like even this Donkey Kong movie I'm making, like I just, it's like I like I hate to say it, but it's like I'm proving a point. I want to prove a point, and then I can like uh retire. But I'm gonna keep working. But I just want to prove a point that uh, I'm amazing and that I'm extremely talented and that I'm, a genius in my own right. And I'm only getting started in a lot of regards, because this movie, I want to bring so much joy to people and entertain them, and I want to inspire people. But then even after that, I'm getting back to work on Battle of the Roses, and and I met an amazing friend, Rick, and Rick's gonna help me make those things become even more amazing than they already are. And but yeah, that's pretty much it. So, uh, but like, yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. I'm just kind of like sharing free consciousness or free association. But another thing that people may not know about Tom Brady, the whole thing I said about that he told his personal trainer that he was like, he when he became 30, that he was like, oh, you know what, this is something too, this is like gold right here, what I'm about to share. And I need to follow this more, but I also do follow this, I live by this. And I had learned this when I became a GameStop manager. I learned this from one of my bosses that was teaching me a boss mindset or perspective, that it's work smarter, not harder. So, where Tom Brady applied this in his life is that he goes, you know what? I'm not going to do what everyone else does. He only does exercises that are practical to what he does. He does less. Like he won't overdo it. He won't have it that, oh, I worked out so much on my pass or lifted so much weights that tomorrow I don't feel like doing it. Instead, he made it that he does less and it's more. And same with his health. He said his mindset, his health, not overdoing it, family, community. He even said like being hydrated, eating smart. So the same thing too is like, as I just kind of get smarter or wiser in life, I start to think more about like how I can serve my community, how I can inspire people. And ironically, like, yeah, it's just, that's even just a growth thing that I'm going through right now. But it's cuz I think it's a very healthy thing. But I think a lot of times in the society we live in, it's like there's almost like an unhealthy level of, we talked about this a bit the other day, where it's like people, they're willing to push someone else out of the way to get an opportunity. But I believe in the golden rule, I believe in the law of attraction. So I think that in life there should be enough for everybody, and we need to be thinking more of, it's I know a way to word this. It's about being of service. So I'll draw another analogy or metaphor or example. An example is Alexander, who plays George on the show Seinfeld. Seinfeld's like one of my favorite shows. Um, I heard him talk. Well, he said a few things today that was interesting, but he said something that he learned from like his grandmother was because he, like, for instance, a lot of people, when you get into comedy or acting or performance, or like, because I guarantee I'm not the first person that's like, oh, you want to make a movie, or you want to be a great musician, or you want to be a professional gamer, and those are all great. Those are all great things. But the truth is, in life, you can get caught up in things and get lost in things. But a way to kind of like a good, like you could say, moral, not a moral compass, but like a good compass or a guide in general is is almost like this question is like, is what you're doing somehow serving other people? And you could literally get to like, let's say you volunteer at a soup kitchen, or for your job you work at a soup kitchen, or whatever. And even let's say too, you're currently a student at whatever level, you could see that as being a service. Like, instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna get this degree and how much money I'm gonna make. A lot of times people, they even pick their career based on that. But that's not a great way to decide what you want to do with your life, with the gift that God gave you. Um, but in general, I feel like someone can make any job a service. And ironically, you can kind of use your own intuition on this, but it's like you can even think about your own life experience in situations where if you go into it like, what can I give? Instead of what can I get? Um, it's a very empowering thing, and I think it's a very spiritually sound. It's healthier, and because also I share this too, and just to kind of give context, where like some of the emotion that can come out is, well, it's like pretty much the best way to put this is like, I like to share from my own mistakes that I've made in my own life, because I want to see all of you thrive. I want to see all of you thrive, and I want to share what I know about life, and through my priceless experience is so valuable and it's so priceless, and you need to let experience serve you. Um, but I think that's something that's oftentimes missed in our world, because everybody, like, let's say even like, whether it's Hollywood or a show, sometimes people can be more concerned with, because they want they want like recognition, or they want to be rich and famous. But really, they just you want to be happy in life. You want to be successful and you want to be happy. I just want to save you guys a lot of like pain or a lot of confusion in life, because truth be told too, it's like there is such a thing as being divinely selfish, and then there's such a thing as like, yeah, so it's like you need to know the difference. But it's like, if you're divinely selfish, that means like what you're doing is something that makes you happy and feel good, and it's also something that you just, it's almost like you have to do it. You have to do it. So for me too, I'll use myself as the example, is like throughout my life, no matter what I was doing, whatever job I had, whatever um, uh, part in my education, or like I said, I have two different degrees. Um, finished with a 3.6 GPA. I had a 3.8 GPA, but I also was like making content full time at the same time too. And the truth is, throughout life, I've learned I can trick myself and make myself interested in something I'm not interested in. like statistics, and I got an A in statistics because of that. But you really end up, what you should do with your life should be the thing that people don't even have to pay you, and you would do it anyway. You would go and show up and do it every day, and that's what someone should be doing with their life. And here's the thing too, is like, even for me, like, I also believe in the mantra, or the attitude of, don't wait until tomorrow for something you should be doing today. Or like, let's say, like, right now, like, let's say, I'll give the example of someone needs to start working out, that they feel like they're getting a little out of shape, or maybe even they're in shape and they just started to get lazy and they need to start working out. Well, you know what? Enjoy your night tonight, get some good rest. But if I were you, I'd wake up with a smile on your face, take a cold shower, do 5 minutes of yoga, or just meditation. I mean, just sit there and be with yourself, be with your breath, focus on the point between your eyebrows, just relax. Realize that there's bigger things than you in the world, and God is everything. God's the most important thing. Get that perspective before you go out into this crazy world. Get that perspective, that, because and even too, let's also take a moment, because you can even, we're gonna pray, but I was gonna say, like Sadhguru says, even more important than praying is the be prayerful, to like bow before everything. Be prayerful, embody the energy of prayer. But and of course, but the thing too is, don't get it wrong. Pray. Literally take the time to pray and humble yourself. Humble yourself, because life will humble you. Life will humble you one way or another. Life will humble you. But I was gonna say, yeah, let's like even take a moment, and also like many of my friends right now, and myself included, and everybody, uh I was gonna say specifically, like Noopy, let's pray for Noopy, because sometimes people are going through health stuff, and they're like dear friends of the community. And someone like Noopy, you can't ask for a better supporter. Um, but we're all connected. That's the thing, is we're all connected. And even to, as Sadhguru says, if you wanna feel the unity of existence in a very simple way, or the power of your energy, he always gives the example of rubbing your hands together and then covering your face, because you're directly generating energy, and you can kind of like, that's actually the ideal way to wake up. You wake up, you smile. And then if you do this, if you hold your hands apart like that, you can distinctly feel the energy between both of your hands. But go figure, you're an energy being of consciousness operating in a physical body. But yeah, it's like, wake up, cold shower, yoga, and then go on a run. And I believe in the baby steps thing, like in the Bill Murray movie, What About Bob? That's a very powerful thing, where he's like, baby steps to the elevator, baby steps down the steps, baby steps, for anything in life. Because I even, I was going to say, but yeah, about the thing too, about being prayerful for Noopy. And then who was the other person I was thinking of? Another friend of mine. Like I said, we don't need to name drop everybody, but, well, I think it was even, Lewis, he told us the other day, it's good as long as we're praying for people. And, but Lewis said once again, just health stuff, it comes up. And, but these things that are important. It's also, here's the thing too, like, that's why even right now I'm taking the time to kind of like talk about like life and this stuff, because also I'm drained from everything. I've been streaming every day for like years now, doing content every day for like 5, 6, 7 years. And this stuff, it's important. But I was gonna say, like, everybody's health and happiness, it's more important than me winning a ranked League of Legends match. I've done that so many times, and I'll continue to do that. But my whole point is there are more important things than video games. But also, don't get me wrong, video games are part of the joy in life. Why do you think I love video games so much? Video games are something you can always fall back on. They're always there for you. And like there's so many things in life we cannot control. And just like Steve Wiebe, when he got laid off 2 different jobs, and the one thing he could control was Donkey Kong. And then he is the King of Kong. Steve Wiebe he's the King of Kong of our hearts. So, but yeah, but really the truth is we need to all be praying for each other. But so that's pretty much that. I was trying to think if there was anything on that tangent. But we're a community. That's the thing too. Is even there's a lot of times where I get into my own. I'm telling you, I've done that so many times on stream where I'm just like focused on winning or dominating the competition and just go, 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 stream, 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 play, play, play. You gotta sit back and smell the roses sometime. You gotta sit back and smell the roses, enjoy life. And who knows, like the thing too is maybe this extemporaneous speech I gave tonight, that could be a life changing thing for someone else. The last thing that I wanted to touch on related to that was how when I said, like, I'll use Laguana as the example, where at one point he told me he's passionate about computers and technology, and you can see he has a raw passion for computers and life, and also it's good that he's into athletics and God and Christ. And like I like to in general for anybody in life to foster that and to support that and to but yeah, I was going to say a perfect example is to encourage, because when you can see someone lights up, that's the thing too, is how do you know what someone's passion is? If I were to ask you right now, whoever's watching, each specific person, like, if today was like the last day of your life, and every day you need to be doing this checklist of like before you go to bed and when you wake up, like, what matters to me? What matters to me? How can I serve the world the best way? Um, and what lights me up? And what am I in love with in life? So, and one of my heroes is Kobe Bryant. So, and Kobe Bryant also, he's Italian like me. He's he's like a black sheep like me, where he doesn't always fit in, but it doesn't matter. It does, because he doesn't. The thing too is like that's a thing in life where a lot of people fall into a conformity thing. Most people are conformist and they're just very rigid. But the champions are not that. They're not that. But then you learn how to be able to work with people, and you learn how to, but at the same time, the true champions, they kind of are more focused on themselves. So, and it's kind of like the other thing I was going to say too is that everybody should not be me either, because not everyone's meant to be a double champ. And also, I wouldn't even necessarily encourage it. But unless if you want 1 million views, you know what I mean. If you want greatness, then you're gonna have to work for it. But regardless, like I say, because the thing is, honestly, there's many ways up the mountain. That's what I wanted to share too. Is like a lot of times in life, people go, "Oh, this is like these are the three golden steps to get success or whatever. And it's like, come on. You got to like relate to people, or you got to give something that's practical. So someone could go, oh, like Bluey's saying, well, what's practical that I just shared? Well, I shared a bunch of practical things. I pretty much said, um, follow your passion, follow your bliss. And ironically, well, there was something I want to find it real quick. Here it is. Hopefully this works. Give me 1 second. All right, didn't work. That's okay though. I'll worry about it later. But it was pretty much this. I had an artwork that just said, it says, "Let love guide your way." Here, watch. I can even see I'm gotten pretty good at this whole content creator thing. I'll have it ready in a lickety split. There it is. But that's another way to put, I think that's like being divine, is you let love guide the way, or let God, because I believe God to be love and his purest form, pure consciousness, pure bliss. It's like, what would Jesus do? But also I gave like practical advice. Choose love, choose God. And I was going to say too, it's like, I believe in the first step. It's the hardest and it's the easiest. It's the hardest because you have to start, and it's the easiest because all you have to do is start. And I'd even like the thing, okay, like I'll play off of Ray Bradbury, who wrote Fahrenheit 451, a bunch of famous books. He talks a lot about this. He talks a lot about that when he first wanted to be a writer, he would like work different odd jobs, and then even sometimes like there was one point where I think he said he would like always go to this library and reserve a typewriter, and he'd put a sign up that said, "Don't think, just like write, just write." And then there was a time where he did this like every day, and eventually he'd come across haters. He'd come across people that say, be like, "Why are you writing?" And then he was like, "Oh, like, I want to be a writer." And people would say, "You don't look like a writer." And he was like, "That's funny." He's like, "I feel like a writer." That says everything. That says everything, because what is someone else's opinion? What the hell? Like, I literally heard Tom Brady say this too, is the quicker you learn, what the hell does someone else know? What the hell do they know? And especially like, I think like, for instance, I can speak for this for myself. I know my potential. It's in my body. Like skill, it's there. And also what's kind of cool too is when I do something like basketball, you got good at something where you just do it, you don't talk to anybody, and people are impressed, or they have to comment on it. Then and if anything too, a lot of times you'll get haters too, and that's also letting you know you're doing a good job. It's like, oh, it's, if anything, sometimes it's an honor to have haters, but it's also unnecessary, because also it's just like other people, they're just projecting their own insecurities and limitations. Most people compromise their dream or their passion, and they did it a long time ago. So a lot of times I just feel like my purpose in life, this is another thing too, most of my life I've like read every Tony Robbins book. I've read Eckhart Tolle, Power and Now, A New Earth, Your Faith is Your Fortune by Neville Goddard. I've read like all the books, all the important ones. But I think it more has to do with that. But I was going to say, in my life, I actually wanted to be a motivational speaker. But that's not exactly like a job you can just, You know, it's like you sort of have to like do. You just have to do it, or you just have to start talking. So, and it can be scary because you're just sharing. You're sharing your, you know, yeah, you're showing vulnerability. You're sharing your truth. Um, but that's even something for a long time. I was like, man, I would just love to do a TED talk, or I would love to. But guess what? Nowadays, make a YouTube. If you have something to share, even let's say, oh, you're really good at Mario Odyssey and you love it so much you want to make a tutorial video, that's just an example. It can be anything you want. It could be about Candy Crush. Also, a quick shout out to Priya. Priya, just like how in League of Legends it says like I'm in the top 1% in the world for some of my stats with Jinx, or top 5%. The other day, Candy Crush let Priya know that she's only 4% of people in the world, I think it is. She's she's gotten to a point in the game that only 4% of people in the world have gotten to. And it doesn't surprise me because I told Priya Candy Crush for her is like Donkey Kong and League of Legends and all the games I play. Everything to me, it's something that whether people realize it or not, and I think people that know me better would probably know this. It could even, and ironically, I'm really good at tic tac toe. Where I know all the strategies for tic tac toe. I'm really good at chess. I'll tell you some things that I'm so dominant at that I've only lost at a few times in my life. In college, they called me the prince. I've only lost a few times in tennis in my entire career. Ping pong too. I've only lost to my brother-in-law, Filbert. And he's the only person that's like beaten me. I'm even trying to think. Because there's also sometimes, like, if I'm socializing with someone, I'll intentionally lose the people so that they will continue to do the thing. Cause I've noticed too, that's why I don't play basketball with people, because they don't like losing really bad. If someone plays basketball with me, they're gonna lose like 11-1. You know, they're gonna lose real bad. So I actually learned, unless like there's been a few times where the matches where I have really good matches, like I met a division 3 player. That was like I have footage of that on the YouTube. I even think I played a Division 3 player. Um, and there was like a college level player that I played where it was like, you know, it starts to get more even. Or when I say even, yeah, it's like both people are formidable. They're both really really good at shooting. They're both really really good at handles. Or it's like Mario Kart. You have strengths and weaknesses, and part of life is, Tom Brady said this today that I was listening to. He's like, you're not supposed to win every play. You try to, but he's like, sometimes the other team throws a pass. And he even said this. He said, like, in a Super Bowl situation where the other team, they threw this pass and the ball got stuck in the helmet and the pass counted or whatever for the other team. And then Tom Brady's like, what can you do against that? It's like literally the defense did everything they could, and the guy like misses the catch. The ball got caught in the helmet, and they're like, touchdown! And Tom's like, what? What? You know, so Candy Crush. World record. Like, we always make the Billy Mitchell joke because in the King of Kong, he's like, he goes, world record headquarters. Billy Mitchell here. Oh, man. All right, guys, I'm going to go use the restroom real quick and grab a drink. I'll be right back and we'll figure out what we're getting into. Like, subscribe. I'll be right back. Hang tight. Love you guys. Guys, this is the funniest thing. I didn't have any dinner because we just been busy all day, but I have an entire chicken here. I got an entire chicken. So I'm just gonna eat this chicken for a bit. Real quick, I just want to show. It's an entire... I already been eating into the chicken, so... I'm eating a chicken. Thanks for the chicken. I was just about to say that. I might just move this. But yeah, follow your bliss. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Follow your bliss. Just do it. Keep it simple. I try to think of a way. I was actually thinking of that. What's like a simple way? That's pretty much it. To express everything I was trying to share. Follow your bliss. Keep it simple. Do it for God. The thing too is, well, I was vegetarian for a long time, but because, you know, I eat chicken my whole life, or that's just like a thing that my body needs it. But like, yeah, sometimes like I miss being vegetarian, but I feel like, well, they say this, like, if you didn't grow up with a vegetarian diet, it's not exactly smart to like change that. You need protein, but, and also, I didn't cook this turkey. Wegmans did. And if anything, I'm doing it justice because I'm eating it. But it's just kind of ridiculous, so I'm eating a chicken. Whatever. I didn't cook the chicken. But it's kind of funny, like, when you eat, like, chicken nuggets, you sometimes forget. Well, I mean, you know you're eating chicken, but when I got this bag of chicken, I thought it was, like, drumsticks and thighs and stuff. but it's literally the whole bird. That's why it like looks ridiculous. I know this makes me want to be vegetarian, but it's so damn delicious. And it's like barbecue flavored. The music is perfect. I needed this though, guys, because sometimes I just need to cool off and relax a bit. Hope everyone's doing really well. And it's just been a challenging time for me too, because I work really hard. I work really, really hard. I'm glad the people that matter see it. That's what matters. I know Priya knows. Priya's amazing too. And she inspires me. But also part of why I work so hard is for her and Pushpa. Everybody. The whole spiritual family. Oh, thanks, baby. And I have a song in the new Donkey Kong movie that's like an inspirational song. But you know what I would do? And maybe at some point I'd flip to this, but there actually nowadays is really delicious plant-based version of chicken, so you can still get protein and not eat a chicken. The good thing though is, because yeah, right now I'm exhausted, but there's gonna be like a payoff, or it's worth it. It already is worth it, because it's like, it's a lot of work, but it's like really fun. But it'll be worth it. It's a long-term investment. Stream starting soon. Never started, huh? That was funny. Stream starting soon, huh? Actually, yeah, what I meant to say was, yeah, it's gonna be worth it, like, duh. Is that when you make something, you wanna go, was that the best I can do? And in this case, well, as usual, I exceeded my expectations. Bless you. Wow, it's almost 11 o'clock already, jeez. Alright. Let me put the chicken away. I'll eat the rest of it tomorrow. I feel stuffed in a good way. And you know, guys, another thing too, that I feel like nobody properly teaches about eating. I mean, I was gonna say, how do you know how much to eat? You eat until you're full. You could technically eat a little more, but you eat till you're full. Don't overthink it. Because people that either restrict too much, that's not healthy. Like, listen to your body. Yeah, now I feel really full. Or for me, really full. Alright. Eating the chicken. BRB. Alright, let's figure out a game to play. I kind of feel like playing Valorant. Let me drink a little bit of this Diet Pepsi. That felt good though. Actually, ironically, felt good. Dang, I almost drank that whole thing. Well, it wasn't the whole thing, but you know what I mean. Alright, let's make this small. Damn, that chicken was good. Thank you, Bluey. The music's gonna cut out for a second. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. I'm thinking Valorant sounds fun. I like to, like, I'm just in the mood for it. Another update. Let me grab chat too. All right, hopefully Yeah, it's working. Okay.
My ultimate's ready.
My ultimate is ready. Match found.
New weapons. Say more.
Happy big Friday night, everybody. Hope everyone's well. Good luck, have fun. Oh, and something cool I wanted to share too is this. This is the VHS Nintendo Power set for Donkey Kong Country. Hot tips, cool cheats, sneak peeks. Jet Force Gemini and DK64. Wait, what? Oh wait, this one's for Donkey Kong 64? Oh, the other one's or maybe yeah. Oh, I thought this was the Donkey Kong Country one. Wait, really? Oh, wow. Yeah, that was for DK64? Hmm. That actually is a surprise to me. I thought it was Donkey... So I remember having a VHS of the Donkey Kong Country one. Huh.
Spike rush.
Yo.
What up?
Not much. Let's do this.
Fair warning, first game on, so probably not gonna be great.
Same.
I'm out of here.
So,
Go.
what the fuck?
Cutting their vision. Enemy removed. Enemy spotted. Mid.
All missiles away. Locating targets.
I'm out of here. Fuck it. One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left. Last player
On me.
standing. Ten seconds left. Spike planted. Go. Gotta go. I'm out of here. Go. Go. Gotta go. Got that.
Nice.
I'm out of here.
I'm getting like the
I got
keyboard.
flashed by chamber too.
I had to move the
It was
keyboard
tough.
keyboard for the chicken, so I'm like getting it that I'm very like particular. I'm like that league player Dopa.
Enemy kill.
Drone going out.
I hit Faith for 0.
Such is life.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Spike planted. Go.
Master Clutcher.
Ready. I'm out of here. Out of charges. Last round before the switch.
All right, let's use assault.
Here.
Wait, should we all stand here?
You want to play? Let's play.
Oh my god, the firing squad.
We suppress. This
Okay,
is
I
how
hit
we
that
end.
Rainer for 140.
All missiles away.
Thank you.
One enemy remaining. Switching sides.
See how good
Match point.
that alt I did was so good that it because I had scanned, they were all there, and it made them all clear that site, and Neon cleaned it up.
I'm out of here.
Light munition.
Barrier killed.
Drone going out.
Enemy mid. My ultimate is ready. Spike planted.
All right.
Go, go, go! One enemy remaining. Your duty is my power.
No mistake this time.
What?
GG.
Defenders
GG,
win.
have a good day.
For you. Here.
Dang, they were really good. And also for tomorrow's stream, I'll probably do a lot of the other stuff. Like tomorrow, I'll do some Smash and Donkey Kong. I just kind of needed a break from, you know, like I'm kind of just exhausted from everything. I just kind of feel like doing whatever I feel like. And ironically, even though I'm doing competitive Valorant, it's actually more relaxing to me. 'Cause it's like, you know,
Match found.
win or lose, who cares?
New weapons. Same war.
do, 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 do. Nice, thank you.
Haha, I stole your oven. You're so bad now. Am I a bad boy?
That guy's weird. Probably gonna mute this guy. Oh. Oh, man.
All missiles away.
I messed that up.
Last player standing. Placing wall trap. Spike planted.
I kind of, yeah. It's all good.
Wall tripped.
I can tell this team is a bunch of idiots. Oops.
All missiles away.
Oh my gosh. What's
Spike
Reyna
planted.
doing?
Last player standing.
This team's really bad.
Ruins our lives. Blinding crack. Flashing. Flash trap destroyed.
All missiles away.
There.
My blind is dead.
One enemy remaining. Spike
missiles
down.
away.
Attacker spawn. Last player standing.
Glitch pop. I have this gun actually.
Locating targets. Drone is down.
Flashing.
All missiles away.
Enemy spotted. Attacker spawn. Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted B.
Ammo out.
I've got your trail.
Reloading.
Swords activated.
Grenade is live.
Tragic. Blinding.
Spike planted.
missiles away.
Enemy spotted.
Blinding. I'm all out.
3 down. One enemy remaining.
Shameful performance.
Blinding. A.
Cover going out.
No distraction.
Stealing sight. Drone going out. Drone is down. All missiles away. Shadows. Live munition.
Still inside. Flashback destroyed. Still inside. One enemy remaining.
I'm all out. Cover going out. Locating targets.
Spike planted.
It will now. All missiles away. Enemy spotted. Grenade is live. Destabilizing.
Last player standing.
Need a drop. Thank you. Over there.
All missiles away. Drone going out.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Flashing. There.
Over there.
Rip and tear. Thorns activated. Launching thorns.
Live munition.
No more thorns. Placing wall trap. Spike planted. Enemy spotted. C. Reloading.
Not bad.
Shadows traveling. Stealing.
Gosh.
Close in time.
You had your fun. My
Enemy spotted.
turn.
C. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Okay. Okay. Clutch.
Oh.
Wall set.
Locating targets.
Rip and tear. Thorns activated. Spike down A.
All missiles away. Live munition.
One enemy remaining. Launching force.
There.
Further line.
Flash placed. Blinding.
My ultimate is ready. I can buy.
Enemy spotted C.
Drone going out. Two suppressed. All missiles away.
Flash placed.
This is how it ends.
Thorns are alive.
On cooldown. Grenade is live.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Reloading.
Hush up.
Show me a target.
Enemy remaining.
Reloading. Reloading.
Need a drop.
Thank you.
No distractions.
Excuse me. It's a long day of making music.
All missiles away.
Focusing.
Locating targets.
Enemy spotted A.
Two suppressed.
Breaking them.
Grenade is live.
Enemy.
Shame.
gosh.
One enemy remaining.
Shadows traveling.
30 seconds left.
All missiles away.
I'll have what I own.
Need a drop.
I need this.
Show me a target. Over there.
Drone going out. Two suppressed. All missiles away.
Destabilize.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A. Last round in the half.
Need a drop. Thank you.
Who needs a gun?
Who's next?
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Locating target.
Oh, I screwed that up.
That was clean.
I've got your trail.
Enemy spotted A.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Last placed. Not ready yet. Bring me the arsenal!
Pack it up.
Switching sides.
Over there.
Reloading. Placing wall trap.
Show me a target.
All missiles away.
Last place.
Reloading.
Lighting.
Reloading.
Next.
Rip and tear.
Reloading.
Thorns activated.
Reloading.
Reloading. Enemy spotted.
Spike
A.
planted.
Enemy
One
spotted.
enemy remaining.
Kill.
That's the last of them. Reloading.
Yes.
Reloading.
Yes.
Wall set. Blinding
All missiles away.
Good hit. Reloading.
Reloading.
Launching thorns. Launching thorns.
Drone going down.
Thorns are live.
Enemies.
Reloading.
Flashing. Good hit. Blast trap destroyed.
Defender
One enemy remaining.
Our spike's down.
lesson. I learned a lot. Locating target.
Placing wall trap. Spike drop.
All missiles away.
Blinding.
Reloading. Still in sight.
Rip. Wall tripped. Thorns activated.
Target down.
One enemy remaining.
Gun here. Flash place.
Shadows traveling.
Further light.
All missiles away.
Oops.
Match point. Now we win.
I'm feeling charitable. Who needs something? Lightning. Good hit. Blinded.
Still in sight.
Enemy spotted A.
Reloading. Got it.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
We just need one more. We were so dominant. We just need one
Deficient.
more.
I have the spike.
Oh, excuse me. Oh man.
I need a weapon. All set.
On my mark.
Feeling fast.
Stopping fire.
Blinding trap.
Show me a target.
Rip and tear. Flashing. Launching thorns. Thorns
Over
activated.
there.
All missiles away.
Planted.
Thorns are live.
Drone going out.
Enemy spotted C. Shadows traveling.
I've got your trail.
Still in sight.
Reloading.
Wait, what?
You're done.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Got him.
Attackers win.
Hey. Brrr, boop. Nice little ranked win. Barely any warm up. Let's go. 12-7. I had the least amount of deaths. Plus 24 RR. Boom, boom. Easy peasy. More dubs. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. It's 11:30. I'm pretty exhausted. I was already exhausted before stream from working every day, all day on the Donkey Kong movie and the soundtrack and everything. So I'm going to go relax. Have a blessed night, guys. Hopefully you took some inspiration from my TED Talk earlier. Pretty much follow your bliss. Do it for God. And just do it. All right, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Brrr, boop. Be well. Be awesome to each other.